There's row over Bengal Panchayat elections that are now been announced. The High Court has now said that the State Election Commission should reassess the poll calendar. That means whether or not the elections should be held in a single phase or more. The Commission should think of giving ample time for nomination is also something that the High Court has now come out and said. Remember, there was controversy after the dates were announced. The BJP had claimed that this was being done in a hasty manner. Now the High Court has also stepped in. Kamalika continues to be with us to get us more details. Kamalika, the High Court also now coming out and asking perhaps for a reassessment as far as the date goes, because less than a week, I believe, is given for nomination.
Yes, the 16th is the last date, and these are all observation of High Court. High Court till now has not come up with a direction. High Court has asked the state government to give a reply and file their side till 12th June. And in the meantime, the High Court has asked the state government, the State Election Commission, to discuss with the state government that whether central forces is required for this election or not. Because the main focus should be free and fair election and peaceful election. So the State Election Commission should, can they think of reassessing the poll calendar? Because peaceful vote is the need of the hour. There is a requirement of videography or not. What is the stand of State Election Commission? What is the stand of state government? That the court wants to know. And the court has asked for a reply from the state government, which is expected to give on 12th June. As you are pointing out, BJP has stated that the time is till 16th June. So the time is very less, and they have demanded for central force. And not only BJP, Adhir Chaudhary has also done a case in court regarding this. So in both of the case, just the court has said that just the comment of court that you see whether you can rethink about the poll calendar.
Yes.
That is.
Do stay on with me. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Sukanta Majumdar of the BJP joining us on this broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. The High Court has now come out and said that the State Election Commission should perhaps reassess. How do you respond?
So we will this reassess the routine because it is a hurried work. It is quite evident from the activity of the State Election Commission that they are actually obeying the order of the state government, nothing else. They should be an independent organization, but they are not behaving like an independent organization. In every question, the state election chief he spoke to the media and he stated that he will consult the thing with the state government. So if this is the attitude of the state election chief, then it is we are really actually doubtful how they will conduct the election. And we welcome this statement from the court, and court should also direct the State Election Commission to reconsider and to increase the filing, at least the nomination filing date, for at least 7 days.
Right, Mr. Majumdar, do stay on with me. Saugata Roy of the TMC is now joining us on this broadcast. If you heard what the BJP had to say, Mr. Saugata Roy, that the State Election Commission looked like it was acting at the behest of the state government and not as an independent body. How do you respond to those allegations?
It's a third-class comment, very lowly comment. State Election Commissioner is a very senior IAS officer who retired as Chief Secretary of the state. To accuse him of being partisan is totally wrong. We'll go by whatever the High Court ultimately says, but the High Court has not said anything specific. They have said that they should consider extending nomination date. With the State Election Commission will do. We have nothing to do with the State Election Commission. It's an independent body. Sukanta Majumdar is talking to his hat.
These are just observations. Yes, there is no particular order so far. This court hasn't really directed the State Election Commission to make any changes so far. But there were allegations that were being made of violence that could happen as well. Security concerns weren't taken into account is also what the BJP had said, because we have seen in the past, not just panchayat elections, but elections, irrespective of which ones they've been in West Bengal, they have been marred by violence, unfortunately.
No, the assembly and parliament elections were held peacefully. There was some problem during the panchayat election, but there is no fear. It will be fair election. The opposition is very worried, CPM and BJP, that they won't be able to put candidates in most of the places. They don't have caterers, we cannot supply them with candidates. So there will be no violence. Let them be peaceful. Elections will be held.
So you don't see this High Court observation as a setback?
No. High Court can make it obvious. But observations have no value in law. It's an observation, it's a comment. It's not a order, it's not a judgment. So it doesn't matter.
Sure, Mr. Shogata Roy, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. The TMC says this is just an observation. There are doubts that were being raised by the BJP, but those are nothing but political in nature. The State Election Commission has announced dates for the Panchayat polls. There wasn't enough time for nomination filing is what the allegation was, which is why we've seen this case go to court as well. The High Court is now observing that perhaps the State Election Commission must take a relook at the dates that they have come out with, perhaps give more time as far as nomination filing goes. There is also a requirement for videography because peaceful vote is the need of the hour, is something that the High Court has also come out and observed. Kamalika, my colleague, continues to be with us. We'll try and get more details on that, but shifting focus now to in Bengal, there's not just one controversy but many, and this one is about the OBC tag. The chairman for the National Commission for Backward Classes has ordered a probe into West Bengal's reservation quota. They've asked for state government to fix discrepancies. This after appeasement politics allegations were made, because the report of the NCBC came out and observed that out of the 179 OBC castes in West Bengal, 118 of them belong to the Muslim community. The TMC, of course, has come out and outrightly rejected those claims. This report by the National Commission of Backward Classes not just talks about West Bengal, but about 3 other opposition ruled states as well, that of Bihar, West Bengal, Punjab and of Rajasthan. But as far as West Bengal goes, the TMC has come out and reacted. They say that these appeasement politics allegations from the National Commission are nothing but politics. Listen in to what the TMC had to say.
Central Minister has said that BJP, Trinamool's OBC, in West Bengal there is...
No, that the allegation is totally false. Muslims have been included in the list of backward classes, OBCs in West Bengal. This was done with the approval of the Backward Classes Commission. So there is nothing wrong. Backward classes were Hindus, they are being included. There were Muslims are also being included. There is no question of any bias towards anybody.
There is no bias, says the TMC. Kamalika is back with us on the phone line. Now, Kamalika, there are several allegations that have been made by the National Commission. There are several discrepancies that have also been flagged. Not just the fact that there are Muslim communities that are included in the other backward classes category, but the NCBC also says that there are many illegal immigrants, both Rohingya and Bangladeshi, that also find mention in this list.
See, the Trinamool's comment is clear that they have been, everything has been done on the approval of the backward. They are sticking to their point. So has there been any problem? The backward and they're just not just snubbing the theory that is given by the BJP and the others, that it's an appeasement theory. Their point is that even the Hindus also, the people who are backward class, they have been included. So this is a politics that what the TMC point is. On the other hand, the BJP is coming out that this is on document. This proves that how this government is appeasing only one religion, and the data shows it all. That's the claim of BJP. So obviously this tussle will be on, and specifically Panchayat election is coming. So all these things will be on, but the TMC is very firm on this day, on their stand.
Now, the TMC is firm. We heard what the TMC had to say. But as far as the NCBC allegations go against West Bengal, there are severe, grave ones at that. What about any reaction from the TMC as far as the illegality of this goes, of giving recognition to illegal immigrants? Have they responded to that?
No, they are saying on that also they have the same thing. This is the allegation which BJP is making on them, and they are snubbing it, saying that this is all politics. They are not accepting anything that any allegation that has been leveled by BJP and also by this commission. They are very clear that this is all happening because of politics. They are trying to because the polls are coming, and that is why these things have been brought in front.
Right, as far as this NCBC report that has now come out, the commissioner has in fact gone on to say, the panel's chief in fact has gone on to say that they visited the state in February this year. They took up the matter and questioned how there were more Muslim OBC castes than Hindus, and the state could not give satisfactory response. That's one of the things that this commission has also now come out and said. Kamalika, in February this year, the commission says that we had visited there, a delegation had spoken to the ruling government in West Bengal, and they could not come up with satisfactory answers about the discrepancy in the population and the representation as far as the OBCs are concerned. Shukanta Majumdar of the BJP joining us on this broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking with us. We've seen what the National Commission of Backward Classes has come out and said, the allegations that they've made about more Muslims finding mention in the list of other backward classes and not Hindus, irrespective of the population they have. But the TMC says there is nothing but bias, and it is driven by the BJP.
See, actually, the Mamata Banerjee's government is doing the appeasement politics, and that's why they have included almost all the Muslim communities, Muslim caste in the OBC A category, and the other Hindus in the OBC B category. And actually in West Bengal, in the state of West Bengal, the Hindu OBCs are getting deprived by the state government.
That's not the case, says the TMC, sir. The TMC says that that's completely untrue. The representation is on the basis of how it's to be made. There is no bias towards one particular community.
See, but TMC is claiming that. But if you study the reservation policies there in case of West Bengal, especially in case of OBC, you will find the loopholes of the reservation. And not only that, they are also depriving the Hindu OBCs, and they are giving the job to the religious community. The first thing is that on the basis of religion, the reservation is not actually possible in our country, as our constitution states that. But the problem is that the TMC is giving the reservation to a specific religious community.
Mr. Majumdar, one last question before I let you go. The NCBC has also pointed out how perhaps there are many illegal immigrants from Bangladesh and Rohingya Muslims as well from Myanmar who are getting these quota benefits because they're a part of the list. If that is the case, if the illegality of immigrants and Rohingyas and Bangladeshi immigrants is concerned, isn't that something that the centre should also be doing?
Obviously, it's a threat to the national security. And the West Bengal government is actually, and their leader, especially the TMC leader, they are actually establishing this kind of population. Those came from Bangladesh and Myanmar, especially the South 24 Parganas. If you visit that area, you will be able to see the colonies of Rohingyas. They have been settled by the local TMC leaders. They are doing this kind of job, and now TMC government is including those castes. Those are actually not the citizen of this country. They are including those people into the OBC list. So that is the thing that will create some threat in case of also national security, and center should also interfere in this case.
Sure, Sukanta Majumdar, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. The back and forth between the state government and between the TMC continues as far as this particular case goes.